Good morning, party people. It is Tuesday, July 26th. It is about 10:50 in the morning, and this is my first official YouTube video. I am launching my channel with this video, and I'm super excited. It's something I've been really thinking about and considering and working for. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you just never know ahead of time if you're going to be successful or not, and so it's just a leap of faith, and it's something that I know that's been on my heart, and I know it's something that I'm passionate about. I just want to help people, and I want to inspire people, and I feel like my journey has been a tough one, and I've learned a lot, and there's a lot of things, trial and error, that I've done that I would love to help people not have to make the same mistakes that I did. I just want to talk a little bit about who I am, what I do, my story, what I'm about, because I have no idea who's going to watch this, and I can't just assume that it's going to be my friends or my family. And so my name is Megan. I am 24 years old. I turned 25 in November, and I work at a church. I am an administrative assistant for a youth ministry, and I love my job. I love ministry. I want to do this for the rest of my life, but I also love the fitness industry, and I love nutrition and health, and I just want to dive more into that. And so my story, for most of my high school life, was overweight, and I didn't know it at the time. I didn't remember thinking like, I am significantly overweight. I'll insert a picture right here to show what size I was, and so I didn't realize, being this size, that I was this size until I looked back on it, and I was like, man, I just didn't think in that moment that I was as big as I was. And so I was in volleyball middle school and early high school, and then I quit. And when I quit volleyball and I went over to drill team, that's whenever I put on a lot of weight, because we just weren't doing the same amount of cardio and stuff. Like, it was still a workout, but it wasn't compensating for what I was eating, because I ate terribly. I just didn't know anything about nutrition or health, and I wasn't raised learning about it, and so I just didn't know. And so I would eat like a ice cream Snickers bar every day on top of my lunch, and so it just was a significant weight gain throughout high school. And after high school, I did a discipleship school. I didn't go to college, but it was like a form of college. And my first year of master's commission, I put on probably like 15 or 20 more pounds. Here was me at my heaviest my first year of master's. And even then, like that year, I just didn't think about me being the size that I was until I look back, and I was just like, man, in the moment, I just don't remember thinking like, I am this size, my heaviest that I was at. And so my second year of master's commission, I was diagnosed with a disease, and it's called intracranial hypertension, or pseudotumor cerebri, and it's your body is acting like there's a brain tumor, and so it's all the symptoms of a brain tumor with no tumor. They don't know exactly what the cause is, but it's either your body's producing too much spinal fluid or it's not producing enough, and it creates this intense pressure in your brain. And so I was diagnosed with that, and the doctors were just kind of baffled by it, because it was very common in morbidly obese in your 20s and 30s, and then I don't remember what the other specification was, but it wasn't me. And so I was like 19 at the time, and so they were just like, I don't understand why you have this, but you know, there's no cure for it. It's just maintained by medicine. There's no way to get rid of it, and so you just live with it for the rest of your life. And so they started me on medication, and the doctor told me, she's like, just try to lose, as much excess fat as possible. And so at that time, like, I was still that same size I was my first year in master's, and so I tried to lose as much weight as possible, because they were like, maybe that'll help, maybe that'll make it go away. And so I started working out, and And there was a packet that she gave me when I was in the hospital, and it was like, I mean, like this thick, and it was all of the things that I couldn't do anymore. Like I couldn't swim to the bottom of the pool. I couldn't make my heart rate go too high. There was just a bunch of things I couldn't do because it was gonna aggravate the intracranial hypertension. And so being the stubborn person that I am, I got frustrated because I believe in God, and I believe God created me to do something great in this life. And there's a scripture, and it says that, you know, you'll have life and you'll have it to the fullest, and that's not to the fullest. I was just like, I can't even sit up without my head feeling like it's gonna explode. And so I got frustrated, and I got determined, and I was like, no doctor is going to tell me how I'm supposed to live my life, and I'm not going to be like bedridden for the rest of my life. And so I started doing all the things, which I don't recommend this unless you really feel strongly in your heart that this is what you're supposed to do. But I just started doing everything that I wasn't allowed to do, or I wasn't supposed to be doing. And so I swam, and I started running. I was never a runner my whole life, and so I started running, and I started swimming, and I just started to do everything that I was recommended not to do. And I lost a bunch of weight. I don't even know what my total number of pounds were from the scale, but here's a picture of me at my thinnest. And long story short, God healed me, and I don't have the disease anymore, and it is gone, and I've never gone back to the doctor. I was going to see a specialist twice a month for it, and never gone back, never had any issues with it. But I'm thankful that it was like a push for me to lose the weight. And so I was on Weight Watchers at the time too, so that's what I lost, like 30 pounds doing Weight Watchers, and it was great. Like I loved the program. I have nothing against Weight Watchers. I think it was awesome. Obviously, like it worked for me. And so that was in like 2012. And so 2012 until 2016. 2013 I like maintained the weight loss, but probably towards the end of 2013, 14, 15, it was just a super hard time in my life. It was just very much your early 20s, and life was just hitting me from every direction, and I was having to make significant life decisions, and just losing people in my life, losing friends and stuff. And so it was just very taxing on me. And so for me, food has always been a comfort thing and an emotional thing, and so that's just what I turned to. And so I ended up putting back on probably, it's strange because I put on number-wise on the scale what I was before I lost all the weight. So back in my first year of master's, I weighed the same, but I didn't look the same. I looked different because I was also working out, and so I had implemented fitness into my life, and so I had muscle mass and stuff that compensated for the number on the scale. And so it's really strange because I can compare, like I'll put two pictures up here of me being the same weight but looking not the same, but I still had gained a significant amount of body fat. And so I tried everything. I tried paleo, I tried Weight Watchers again, I tried counting calories, I even tried counting macros. I just tried every diet under the sun. Like I would call my dad every other day and tell him of this new thing that I was trying, and none of it worked. None of it just stuck for me. And so I was just this constant like high and low and being frustrated because I know that I'm supposed to be healthy and I'm supposed to be fit. Like that's part of that's my heart. I love it, and I know that I'm called to inspire people in that, but I can't inspire people if I can't inspire myself in it. And so June 3rd, 2016, so last month, I made a decision that I was going to really stick it out, and I learned and researched a lot about flexible dieting and counting my macros and if it fits your macros. Also researched carb cycling, so that's been a huge significant changing factor in this for me. And so I counted out and figured out my macros and calculated all that, and even for all the weight loss stages down the road. And so June 3rd, I started doing that faithfully and religiously, and counting and calculating, using MyFitnessPal, the premium, which is what I would recommend. I don't know how people do it without the premium, because you can set the exact grams and stuff. And so that is what I started June 3rd, and from June 3rd until today, which is July 26th, I've lost 15.8 pounds. So in almost 2 months, I've lost 15 pounds, which my starting weight was 176.4, and my weight right now is 160.6. And it hasn't been hard, and I think that's been the biggest eye-opening part for me, because I don't feel deprived, I don't feel hungry, I don't feel like I'm missing out, I don't feel just like you do when you diet. And so I think carb cycling has been a huge factor in that, and I'll talk about that in another video. But carb cycling, and I drink a gallon of water a day, and so those two things are the only two things that I've done differently this time around, but I feel like they've made all the difference in the world. And so yeah, that's a little bit about my story. In future videos, I'll go into more in depth about specific, flexible dieting or counting macros and stuff for those who don't know what that is. And but yeah, so that's my story, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on my process. This is a current picture now at 160.6 pounds. This is what I look like now. So it's cool, clothes are fitting differently. I'm having to go through my closet. I'm stronger, I'm working out. I'll talk more about my fitness routine and regimen and stuff also, and supplements and things like that. But this was just the first video I wanted to get out there, just kind of talking about my story, where I'm coming from, what my background is. And so I hope you guys find this helpful or useful. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. If you want me to post a certain video, just comment down below, just so I know what you guys want to see, and I'm not just posting random videos that I like to post. And so yeah, just let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day.